Hello my dear students, I am Professor Shyam Soni and I welcome you all to SYJC and most welcome to JK Shah Online. So students, today we are going to start our SYJC journey with a very interesting subject. Yes students, it's a theory subject and the name of the subject is economics. Yes students, this subject you people have already studied in your previous standards, in 11th standard you have done. But SYJC economics is quite different from what you have done in your FYJC. This is the new syllabus, very interesting. New concepts we are going to study, variety of diagrams we will draw, very interesting subject students, purely a theory subject. So, before I start with any particular chapter, let's understand how many chapters we are going to do in full SYJC economics. What are the names of the chapters? Let's see. So, this is the content, this is the index students, and if you see, total there are 10 chapters. Total there are 10 chapters in full SYJC, and all these 10 chapters are part of your economics and they are basically divided into two parts. Now from chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 till chapter 6, it's a part of microeconomics, and from 7 till 10 it's a part of macroeconomics. So, economics, 12th standard economics divided into two parts. First part from chapter 1 to 6 it's a part of micro, and from 7 to 10 it's a part of macroeconomics. Now, what is this micro, what is this macro, everything we are going to study in coming chapters, in respective chapters. So, as if now you please understand, when we talk about a particular person, particular individual, particular commodity, small, tiny, then we talk about micro. But when I talk from country's point of view, nation's point of view, aggregate point of view, total, a bigger picture, then it is macro. So, students, I again repeat, micro, macro, these are two types of economics divided into two parts, that is, one is microeconomics, second is macroeconomics. So, students, today we are going to start with second chapter, new concepts we will learn, very interesting chapter. Name of the chapter is utility analysis. Name of the chapter is utility analysis. So, students, let's begin with the chapter. Let's understand what is this utility analysis. So, let's come to the second chapter, and name of the chapter is utility analysis. Now, students, let's understand the meaning of the word utility. Before I tell you the meaning of utility, we need to understand the whole background behind this word, how exactly this word utility has come. So, students, utility analysis is basically connected, or it's associated with which word? Consumer behavior. It is associated with which word? Consumer behavior. Now, first we have to understand what is the meaning of consumer behavior. Okay, my dear friends, consumer, and there is another word, customer. Let's understand the difference between both. ये दोनों में क्या difference है students? Customer and consumer. Who is a customer? Who is a consumer? वो हमको पहले सीखना पड़ेगा. सो कस्टमर वो पर्सन होता है जो प्रोडक्ट को परचेस करता है, प्रोडक्ट को बाय करता है, खरीदता है मार्केट से. एंड कंज्यूमर वो पर्सन होता है वो प्रोडक्ट को जो यूज करता है। अगर मैं प्रोडक्ट को यूज कर रहा हूं, कोई प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विसेज को मैं यूज कर रहा हूं, तो मैं बन गया कंज्यूमर। बट वो प्रोडक्ट को मैंने सिर्फ परचेस किया है, सिर्फ खरीदा है, देन आई बिकम अ कस्टमर। सो स्टूडेंट्स, कस्टमर इज दैट पर्सन हु विल परचेस, कंज्यूमर इज दैट पर्सन हु विल एक्चुअली यूज इट। कस्टमर कंज्यूमर वन पर्सन हो सकता है कि मैं स्टेशनरी में गया, मैंने एक पेन खरीदा, मैं कस्टमर हूं। अब वो पेन मैं खुद यूज कर रहा हूं, मैं खुद यूज कर रहा हूं, अब मैं बन गया कंज्यूमर। सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल, माई फादर वेंट टू अ स्टेशनरी टू बाय पेन, माई फादर इज अ कस्टमर। और वो पेन मेरे फादर ने मुझे दे दिया, ये ले बेटा यूज कर, एंड आई स्टार्टेड यूजिंग इट, तो मैं बन गया कंज्यूमर। यहां पे कस्टमर मेरे फादर थे बट कंज्यूमर मैं था। सो कस्टमर कंज्यूमर दे कैन बोथ बी अ डिफरेंट पर्सन और इट कुड बी अ सेम पर्सन ऑल्सो। सो हम लोग यहां पे कंज्यूमर का बात करेंगे, द पर्सन हु इज यूजिंग द प्रोडक्ट, पर्सन हु इज यूजिंग द प्रोडक्ट, उसका बात करेंगे। वर्ड दिया है कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर। मैं कंज्यूमर हूं, मेरा बिहेवियर जब मैं कोई भी चीज खरीदने जाता हूं और उस टाइम पे मेरा जो बिहेवियर होता है, दैट बिहेवियर इज कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर। कि विच टाइप ऑफ प्रोडक्ट आई एम बाइंग, विच कलर आई एम बाइंग, विच डिजाइन आई एम बाइंग, व्हेन आई एम बाइंग, व्हाई आई एम बाइंग, ये सब एक कंज्यूमर का बिहेवियर बताता है। क्यों खरीद रहा हूं मैं, कब खरीद रहा हूं, कितना क्वांटिटी खरीद रहा हूं, ये सब एक कंज्यूमर का बिहेवियर शो करता है। सो कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर रिप्रेजेंट्स हाउ एन इंडिविजुअल, क्या क्या क्या, कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर shows or represents how an individual or a customer purchase, uses, disposes the product or services to satisfy his needs and wants। मतलब वो कौन सा प्रोडक्ट सिलेक्ट करता है, कौन सा प्रोडक्ट वो बाय करता है, कौन सा प्रोडक्ट वो यूज करता है और उसको वो डिस्पोज करता है बाद में। Ultimately, he wants to satisfy his needs and wants. So once again I will repeat, consumer behavior. Consumer behavior क्या represents how a individual or a customer select, purchase, use and dispose goods and services to satisfy his needs and wants. दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर। आप जब शॉपिंग करने जाओगे तो आपका बिहेवियर कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर है। मैं शॉपिंग जब करता हूं मेरा बिहेवियर कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर है। नाउ कैन आई से, सो इट इज नथिंग बट हाउ एन इंडिविजुअल सिलेक्ट, परचेज, यूज एंड डिस्पोज गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज, products and services, goods and services to satisfy their needs and wants। इसको हम क्या कहेंगे स्टूडेंट्स, कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर कहेंगे। तो सबसे पहले कोई भी कंज्यूमर हो, आपको कोई भी चीज खरीदनी होती है तो आप पहले क्या करते हैं, सर्च करते हैं कि प्रोडक्ट कहां पे मिलेगा। फिर आप ऑप्शंस देखेंगे, कौन कौन से वैरायटी है, कौन कौन से ब्रांड है, तो उसमें से आप प्रोडक्ट को सिलेक्ट करेंगे एंड फाइनली यू विल परचेज दैट प्रोडक्ट। आप वो प्रोडक्ट को खरीदेंगे। ये जो स्टेप्स मैंने बताया ना, सर्च, सिलेक्शन, परचेज, ये एक कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर शो करता है कि कौन से टाइम पे हम कौन सा प्रोडक्ट क्या प्राइस में खरीद रहे हैं, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली हमें अपनी नीड्स एंड वांट्स को पूरी करनी होती है। Now your very important word comes, बहुत ही important word आ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स, और वर्ड है wants। Now students, what is the meaning of wants? Wants का मतलब होता है desire, need, taste or motive, or I would say it's a wish or a desire or a taste or a motive of human beings. इच्छाएं, प्रोडक्ट खरीदने की इच्छा हो रही है मुझे, दैट इज विश और अ डिजायर. टेस्ट है, मोटिव है, कुछ कारण है प्रोडक्ट खरीदने के पीछे, ये सब हमारे क्या हो जाते हैं, वांट्स. तो सिंपल तरीके से मैं पुट करूंगा, वांट्स का मतलब क्या होता है स्टूडेंट्स? इट इज अ विश, डिजायर, taste or motives of human beings. फिर से रिपीट करूंगा, इट्स अ विश, डिजायर, टेस्ट, मोटिव्स ऑफ ह्यूमन बींग्स. इसको हम कहेंगे वॉन्ट्स. एंड प्लीज रिमेंबर, कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर और आई वुड से ह्यूमन बिहेवियर का सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है दैट आवर वांट्स, आवर डिजायर आर नेवर एंडिंग. आवर वांट्स, ह्यूमन वांट्स आर अनलिमिटेड. क्या बोला मैंने? वांट्स आर अनलिमिटेड. उसका मतलब हमारे वांट्स कभी भी फुलफिल नहीं होते, सेटिस्फाई नहीं होते, स्टॉप नहीं होते, कांस्टेंट नहीं रहते. दे आर अनलिमिटेड, दे आर एवर इंक्रीजिंग. One want is satisfied, another want will arise. आपके पेरेंट्स ने आपको आईफोन लेके दिया, अब 2 महीने के बाद आप कहोगे अब मुझे 2 व्हीलर लेके दो. 2 व्हीलर लेके दिया, फिर 6 महीने के बाद आप कहोगे मुझे 4 व्हीलर लेके दो, अब मुझे नए कपड़े लेके दो, मुझे नए जूते लेके दो. सी, we are not satisfied. Our wants keeps on increasing. Our wants are recurring. वही चीज हमें बार बार खरीदनी होती है. सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड स्टूडेंट्स, ह्यूमन बीइंग्स आर कंसिडर्ड एज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट ग्रीडिएस्ट एनिमल ऑन दिस प्लैनेट अर्थ. क्योंकि हमें हमेशा कोई ना कोई चीज खरीदना होता है, हमारी डिमांड होती है, हम उस चीज को पाना चाहते हैं कि आज ये खरीदा है तो कल ये लूंगा, परसों ये लूंगा, और चाहिए और चाहिए. ग्रीड, ग्रीड. तो इसके लिए मैं लिखा है वांट्स आर अनलिमिटेड. फिर वांट्स आर रेकरिंग. अब जैसे आफ्टरनून में आपने लंच खाया है तो इवनिंग में या फिर लेट इवनिंग में आप अब डिनर खाओगे. नेक्स्ट डे वापस आफ्टरनून में लंच, फिर डिनर. थर्ड डे वापस लंच, फिर डिनर. रेकरिंग. ऐसा है कभी? ऐसा कुछ सुना है? एक बार लंच खाया, बस आज के बाद मैं लंच नहीं खाऊंगा, आज के बाद मैं डिनर नहीं लूंगा. नॉट पॉसिबल. सो वांट्स हमारे रेकरिंग होते हैं, दे विल कम अगेन एंड अगेन. सो स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज रिमेंबर, वांट का मतलब क्या होता है? इट्स अ विश और अ डिजायर और अ टेस्ट और अ मोटिव ऑफ ह्यूमन बींग्स. एंड वांट्स आर अनलिमिटेड. हम लोग ग्रीडिएस्ट एनिमल है, हमारे वांट्स कभी भी सेटिस्फाई नहीं होते, हम वांट्स को बढ़ाते रहते हैं. सेकेंड, वांट्स आर रिकरिंग एंड वांट्स आर इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय स्टूडेंट्स एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स. वांट्स आर इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स. एडवर्टाइजमेंट में हमने कुछ देखा, वो देखने के बाद हम अपने पेरेंट्स को कहते हैं मुझे भी वो लेके दो. विराट कोहली बूस्ट पी रहा है, मैं भी बूस्ट पिएगा. अरे वो विराट कोहली है, वो तो पिएगा ही, उसको पीने के लिए, बूस्ट पीने के लिए पैसे मिलते हैं. सो सी, लुकिंग एट द एडवर्टाइजमेंट आई गॉट इन्फ्लुएंस्ड. सो एडवर्टाइजमेंट ऑल्सो इन्फ्लुएंसेस आवर वांट्स. एंड प्लीज रिमेंबर, प्रेजेंट वांट्स आर मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन फ्यूचर वांट्स. ह्यूमन बीइंग, कंज्यूमर हमेशा अपने करंट वांट्स को पहले पूरा करेगा, फ्यूचर वांट्स को बाद में पूरा करेगा. सो स्टूडेंट्स, जस्ट अ आइडिया आई गेव यू अबाउट वांट्स. सो क्विकली वी विल डू अ रिकैप. चैप्टर नेम इज यूटिलिटी एनालिसिस. टिल नाउ आई हैवंट टच्ड द वर्ड यूटिलिटी. Then I explained you it is associated with consumer behavior. So what is the meaning of consumer behavior? How individual select, purchase, use, dispose goods and services to satisfy his needs and wants. And from there we got a word called as wants. And please remember, students, want is nothing but a wish, a desire, taste or a motive of human beings. And our wants are unlimited, our wants are recurring. Advertisement plays a very important role to influence our wants. And present wants are more important to us than future wants. So students, जब हम वांट की बात करते हैं, कोई चीज़ खरीदने की बात करते हैं, कोई चीज़ हम डिमांड करते हैं, तो प्लीज़ याद रखिए स्टूडेंट्स, आपने भी एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा, वी विल डिमांड और वी वांट ओनली दैट प्रोडक्ट विच गिव्स अस बेनिफिट. यस और नो? हम वही प्रोडक्ट खरीदेंगे जो हमें बेनिफिट दे, जो हमें हैप्पीनेस दे, जो हमें खुशी पहुंचाए. सो if a product is giving you benefit, if a product is useful, if product is giving you satisfaction, then I will say that product has utility. Then product has what? Utility. Now we introduce this word, that is utility, students. So people will buy a product or a service. ध्यान से सुनिए. A person or people will buy goods and service only when that goods or service has utility. Utility को हम सिंपल कहते हैं want satisfying power of a commodity. अगर कोई commodity मेरी इच्छा को पूरा करता है, मेरे want को पूरा करता है, तो मैं कहूंगा वो प्रोडक्ट और वो सर्विस में क्या है स्टूडेंट्स? यूटिलिटी है. सो वांट सैटिस्फाइंग पावर ऑफ अ कमोडिटी. लिख लेंगे हम, क्या कहता है फर्स्ट डेफिनेशन? वांट सैटिस्फाइंग पावर ऑफ अ कमोडिटी. So want satisfying power of a commodity is called as utility. जैसे कि आई एम वेरी वेरी थर्स्टी, मुझे बहुत प्यास लगी है, क्या डिमांड करूंगा, क्या खरीदने की सोचूंगा? कैन आई से अ बॉटल ऑफ वाटर? क्यों बॉटल ऑफ वाटर? बिकॉज वाटर विल हेल्प मी टू फुलफिल माई थर्स्ट. मतलब वाटर हैज यूटिलिटी, वो मेरे थर्स्ट को पूरा कर सकता है, उसमें वो पावर है. सो आई विल से वाटर हैज यूटिलिटी. पर्सन इज वेरी वेरी हंग्री, उसको बहुत भूख लगी है. कैन आई से फूड? कैन आई से फ्रूट्स? वाई फूड? बिकॉज फूड हैज अ कैपेसिटी टू फुलफिल माई हंगर. वो मेरे हंगर को दूर कर सकता है, मेरी भूख को मिटा सकता है. सो आई वुड से फूड हैज यूटिलिटी, वाटर हैज यूटिलिटी. Students, I am a professor, I am a teacher, I want to write something on white board. मुझे white board पे कुछ लिखना है. Can I say I will demand or I will ask for marker? मैं क्या खरीदूंगा? मार्कर. क्यों मार्कर? Because marker has utility. ये मेरी वांट को फुलफिल करेगा, ये मेरे वांट को सेटिस्फाई करेगा. क्या है मेरी वांट? आई वांट टू राइट समथिंग ऑन व्हाइट बोर्ड. तो क्या मार्कर मेरी इच्छा को पूरा करेगा? बिल्कुल करेगा. बिकॉज मार्कर हैज अ कैपेसिटी टू फुलफिल माई वांट ऑफ राइटिंग ऑन द व्हाइट बोर्ड. सो मार्कर हैज यूटिलिटी. सो स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज याद रखिए, हम वही प्रोडक्ट खरीदेंगे जो प्रोडक्ट हमें यूटिलिटी देता हो, बेनिफिट देता हो, हमारी इच्छा को पूरा करता हो. सो मोर यूटिलिटी, मोर डिमांड, less utility, less demand. No utility, no demand. अब students, I am a professor, I am a teacher, I am a human being. कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स ऐसे होते हैं जो हमें यूटिलिटी नहीं देंगे. लाइक आई एम अ वेजिटेरियन, मैं वेजिटेरियन पर्सन है, तो मैं स्टूडेंट्स नॉन वेजिटेरियन फूड नहीं खाऊंगा, मैं नहीं खरीदूंगा, मैं नहीं डिमांड करूंगा. बिकॉज आई एम अ वेजिटेरियन, मैं क्यों नॉन वेज फूड नहीं खाऊंगा? क्योंकि मुझे उसमें यूटिलिटी नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है. सो आई विल नॉट बाय अ नॉन वेजिटेरियन फूड. सो प्लीज याद रखिए, इफ देयर इज मोर यूटिलिटी, people will buy more. Less utility, people will buy less. And if there is no utility, people will not buy. जैसे कि मेरे लिए नॉन वेज फूड में यूटिलिटी नहीं है, then I will not purchase. स्टूडेंट्स, क्या आपको यूटिलिटी का मीनिंग क्लियर हो रहा है? प्लीज ध्यान से समझिए, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है. अगर कोई भी कमोडिटी या फिर सर्विस आपकी इच्छा को पूरा करता है, आपके वांट को पूरा करता है, तो वो प्रोडक्ट में हम कहेंगे क्या है? यूटिलिटी है. सेकंड हम कहेंगे कैपेसिटी ऑफ अ कमोडिटी टू सेटिस्फाई अ ह्यूमन वांट. ये दो डेफिनेशन है स्टूडेंट्स, ये आपको लर्न करने हैं, याद रखने हैं. फर्स्ट क्या है? वांट सेटिस्फाइंग पावर ऑफ अ कमोडिटी. सेकेंड, कैपेसिटी ऑफ अ कमोडिटी टू सेटिस्फाई अ ह्यूमन वांट. सो स्टूडेंट्स, दीज आर द टू डेफिनेशंस फॉर यूटिलिटी. सो वी डिस्कस्ड व्हाट इज कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर, देन वी डिस्कस्ड वांट्स, उसके बाद हमने डिस्कस किया मीनिंग ऑफ यूटिलिटी. कंटिन्यू करते हैं. स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज याद रखिए, यूटिलिटी इज एन एब्स्ट्रैक्ट टर्म. इट्स अ साइकोलॉजिकल कॉन्सेप्ट. एब्स्ट्रैक्ट टर्म मीन्स यू कैन नॉट सी, यू कैन नॉट टच, you cannot store, you can always experience. Just like honesty, loyalty, beauty, intelligence, they all are abstract terms. Same, utility is also abstract phenomena. It's a psychological concept, exists in a mind of a person. It exists in a mind of a person. तो क्या कहने का? It is a psychological concept. Exists in a mind of a person. So दो चीजें हमने सीखी. It's an abstract term. You cannot touch, you cannot see, you cannot store. And second, it is a psychological concept, exists in a mind of a person. So please याद रखिए, यूटिलिटी वो प्रोडक्ट में होगा जो प्रोडक्ट आपकी इच्छा को पूरा करेगा, आपके वांट को पूरा करेगा, आपको हैप्पीनेस देगा, आपको खुशी देगा. मोर यूटिलिटी, मोर डिमांड, लेस यूटिलिटी, लेस डिमांड. सो ये था एक छोटा सा इंट्रोडक्शन. ओके, सो जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, फीलिंग ऑफ लैक ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन, वांट डिनोट्स फीलिंग ऑफ लैक ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन, बिकॉज वांट तो सिर्फ इच्छा है खरीदने की, अभी तक आपने प्रोडक्ट खरीदा नहीं है. वांट्स आर अनलिमिटेड, वांट्स आर रिकरिंग, दे डिफर विथ एज, जेंडर, सीजन्स, हैबिट, कल्चर. सो एज वाइज आपके वांट्स चेंज होते हैं, मेल फीमेल वाइज वांट्स चेंज होते हैं, फिर सीजन वाइज अपने वांट्स चेंज होते हैं. जैसे कि रेनी सीजन में हम क्या वांट, किस चीज की वांट करेंगे, क्या डिमांड करेंगे? अम्ब्रेला. सो फिर मैंने कहा यूटिलिटी इज द कैपेसिटी ऑफ अ कमोडिटी टू सेटिस्फाई अ ह्यूमन वांट, और इन अदर वर्ड्स यूटिलिटी इज द वांट सेटिस्फाइंग पावर ऑफ अ गुड और अ कमोडिटी. तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है स्टूडेंट्स. सो अब हम आते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की तरफ. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है फीचर्स ऑफ यूटिलिटी. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो स्टूडेंट, सबसे पहले क्या आपको यूटिलिटी वर्ड का मीनिंग क्लियर है? प्लीज ध्यान से वीडियो को व्यू कीजिए, एग्जाम्पल समझिए. सो दो डेफिनेशन मैंने बताए थे, वांट सेटिस्फाइंग पावर ऑफ अ कमोडिटी, एंड सेकेंड मैंने बताया था कैपेसिटी ऑफ अ कमोडिटी टू सेटिस्फाई अ ह्यूमन वांट. सो यूटिलिटी आप टच नहीं कर सकते, स्टोर नहीं कर सकते, आप सिर्फ एक्सपीरियंस कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो फीचर्स देखते हैं. फर्स्ट फीचर, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ यूटिलिटी देखेंगे. फर्स्ट इज रिलेटिव कॉन्सेप्ट. सो स्टूडेंट्स, यूटिलिटी इज अ रिलेटिव कॉन्सेप्ट रिलेटेड टू टू थिंग्स, प्लेस एंड टाइम. क्या क्या क्या? वापस, इट इज रिलेटेड टू टू थिंग्स, प्लेस एंड टाइम. देखते, यूटिलिटी इज रिलेटेड टू टाइम एंड प्लेस, It varies from time to time, place to place. तो पहले समझते हैं what is place utility. Now, can I say fish in a pond or a lake? Fish जो होती है fish pond or a lake में, no utility. क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स हम pond lake में जाके fish निकालेंगे और नहीं खाएंगे. So fish which is there in a pond or a lake has no utility. But अगर वही fish को निकाल के fish market लेके गए तो कैन आई से कंज्यूमर्स आएंगे उसको खरीदने के लिए, अब यूटिलिटी आएगी. सो प्लीज रिमेंबर, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन क्रिएट्स प्लेस यूटिलिटी. वापस क्या, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन क्रिएट्स प्लेस यूटिलिटी. क्या किया था, फिश को फिशरमैन ने पॉन्ड और लेक से निकाला और उसको कहां पे मूव किया, कहां पे ट्रांसपोर्ट किया, फिश मार्केट. तो इसको हम कहेंगे विच यूटिलिटी जनरेटेड, प्लेस यूटिलिटी जनरेटेड. जैसे कि करंटली मैं मुंबई में हूं, मुंबई में समर सीजन, एक्सट्रीम हीट. फिलहाल मुंबई में वुलन क्लोथ्स का कोई जरूरत नहीं है, नो यूटिलिटी. कोई भी वुलन क्लोथ्स नहीं पहनेंगे. वुलन क्लोथ्स हैव नो यूटिलिटी इन मुंबई. बट अगर यही वुलन क्लोथ्स को मैं लेके गया कश्मीर, तो कैन आई से वहां पे बर्फ गिर रही है, वहां पे कंडीशंस आर वेरी कोल्ड, पीपल विल स्टार्ट बाइंग, पीपल विल स्टार्ट यूजिंग, यूटिलिटी विल कम. लोगों को वो प्रोडक्ट में कुछ बेनिफिट दिखाई देगा and people in Kashmir will buy woolen clothes. But वही woolen clothes people will not buy in Mumbai, क्योंकि जरूरत ही नहीं है, डिजायर ही नहीं है. Conditions are very hot in Mumbai. So transportation creates place utility. वापस transportation creates place utility. So please याद रखिए, यूटिलिटी इज अ रिलेटिव कॉन्सेप्ट रिलेटेड टू टाइम एंड प्लेस. मैंने अभी क्या एक्सप्लेन किया, प्लेस यूटिलिटी. एग्जाम्पल दिया है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल वुलन क्लोथ्स हैव ग्रेटर यूटिलिटी इन विंटर. ये टाइम यूटिलिटी है, देखिए. सो एंड सैंड हैज अ ग्रेटर यूटिलिटी ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट देन एट सी शोर. तो सी शोर से अगर सैंड आप लेके गए कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट में, तो कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट में वहां पे वो सैंड का यूज होगा. प्लेस यूटिलिटी. टाइम यूटिलिटी का एग्जांपल देता हूं. कैन आई से अम्ब्रेला विल हैव मोर यूटिलिटी इन रेनी सीजन कंपेयर टू विंटर सीजन. तो हम क्या करते हैं, रेनी सीजन जब खत्म हो जाएगा तो क्या हम अम्ब्रेला को फेंक देंगे कि उसको स्टोर करेंगे? Students, we will store that umbrella because next year again उसकी जरूरत पड़ेगी, again demand will come. So storage creates time utility. Once again, storage creates time utility. So please remember, utility is which concept? Relative concept related to two things, place and time. So transportation creates place utility, storage creates time utility. Coming to the second point, that is a subjective concept. Utility is a subjective concept. It means utility differs from person to person. It differs from person to person. Like I may have utility, I may get utility in a vegetarian food, but I may not get utility in a non-vegetarian food. But my friend derives utility in a non-vegetarian food. See, I may not get any utility when it is non-vegetarian food, but my friend gets utility when it is non-vegetarian because he consumes meat. I don't consume meat. See, it differs from person to person. Like this marker will give utility to a professor, but this marker may not give utility to students. Because for you, pen or pencil will give utility, not this marker. See, product is same but utility differs from person to person. For me, yes, there is a utility, but for you all, no utility. So please remember, it is a subjective phenomena, it is a subjective concept, differs from person to person. Let's see, it is a psychological concept, I have already told, exists in the mind of a person. Utility differs from person to person. This is due to differences in taste, preference, likes, dislike, nature, habit, profession. For example, stethoscope has utility to a doctor but not to a layman. Layman means a normal human being, consumer. So, stethoscope is used by a doctor but not by we all, because for us stethoscope is not going to give us any utility. So, depending upon person's likes, dislikes, taste, preference, utility differs from person to person. So, 2 points we have done in features, relative concept, and second we did subjective concept. Coming to the third point, ethically neutral concept. Ethically neutral concept. Now, students, utility is morally colorless concept. It's a neutral concept. Utility will never support a good cause, neither the bad cause. Will not talk about moral, immoral. He is very, very neutral. Like, let's take example. Say example, knife. I am taking one commodity, knife. Can I say knife will be used by a wife for cutting vegetables? Once again, knife will be used by a wife, housewife, for cutting vegetables. Can I say this knife is being used for some good purpose? But students, same knife could be used by a murderer to kill someone. Same knife could be used by a murderer to kill someone. See, this commodity is helping both. It is helping for a good cause as well as for the bad cause. But utility says that I am very, very neutral. I will neither support a good cause nor a bad cause. I am very, very neutral, because this knife is going to give utility to both housewife for cutting vegetables and for murderer for cutting human beings. One is good cause, other is bad cause. Let's see. The concept of utility has no ethical consideration. It is a morally colorless concept, as I told. The commodity should satisfy any want of a person without consideration of what is good or bad. So, utility is a blind concept. He cannot see what is good, what is bad, what is moral, what is immoral, what is right, what is wrong. So, he will never support good, neither bad, he will be neutral. For example, knife has utility to cut fruits and vegetables as well as it can be used to harm someone. So, I already gave you the example. Both wants are of different nature but are satisfied by the same commodity. So, knife satisfies both the wants, killing of human beings, cutting vegetables. Thus, utility is ethically neutral. So, students, important point, easy point. Please remember, it is a morally colorless concept. A product may give utility to both, for good purpose as well as for bad purpose, for a moral, for immoral. But here he will behave very, very neutral. Fourth point in features, that is utility differs from usefulness. Now, what this point is trying to say, that utility and usefulness, they both are not same always. Like, product may have utility but product may not be useful. Like, say example, fruits or milk example. Can I say fruits, milk, they both are having utility? Yes, and they both are useful also, good for our health. So, see, fruits, vegetables, then milk, these products have both usefulness as well as utility. But there are some products which will give a person utility, but it may not be useful. I again repeat, there are some products which gives a person utility, but they may not be useful. Products like alcohol, cigarettes, can I say they are harmful products? So, a person who is addicted to such products derives utility. Person who is addicted to such products derives utility. But students, product will give you utility, but alcohol and cigarettes are not useful, they are harmful for that person's body. So a drunkard will get happiness, will get satisfaction, will get utility after consuming alcohol. So see, alcohol has utility, but is alcohol good for his health? No, so there is no usefulness. So students, please remember, utility and usefulness, they may not be same. That's why they write utility differs from usefulness. Utility is the capacity of a commodity to satisfy a human want. We know that. Whereas usefulness indicates the value in use of the commodity. For example, milk has both utility as well as usefulness to a consumer, while liquor has utility only to an addict but has no usefulness. So, a person who is addicted with cigarettes or alcohol will definitely derive utility, but not usefulness, because the product is harmful for his or her body. So, students, this was the fourth point, utility differs from usefulness. Moving to the fifth point, utility differs from pleasure. Product may give you utility, but you will not enjoy. It won't give you any pleasure during consumption. Product is very important. Product is very, very important, but that product may not give you pleasure. That product may give you pain. Like consuming medicine or an injection. Person is not well, person is unwell. Can I say taking injection is very important? Because it will help a person to get cured. See, injection given to a patient gives utility because it will help him to recover fast. He will get well soon. He will be fine. So, injection or a medicine has utility. But while taking injection, students, while taking injection, there is a pain. There is no pleasure. You will not enjoy taking injection. You will not celebrate, yay, I went to take injection today. No. Because injection, medicine, ultimately they will give you a pain, they will give you a bad taste. So, medicine, injections do have utility, but they may not give you pleasure. They may not give you pleasure. But students, just I will tell you, again it depends who is giving you injection. If a doctor, if a so-called doctor is giving you injection, it will pain you. But a beautiful nurse gives you an injection, trust me, there will be utility, plus there will be, leave it. I hope you understood what I am trying to say. Okay. So, students, please understand, utility may not always give you pleasure. Product will have utility, but it may not always give you pleasure. Medicines and injections are the best examples. So, utility differs from pleasure. A commodity may possess utility, but it may not give any pleasure to the consumer. For example, injection for a patient has utility because it cures the ailment, but it hardly gives any enjoyment or pleasure to him. So, students, whether a kid, a teenager, adult, no one is going to enjoy taking injections. Ultimately, it is going to give you a pain, a bit of pain. So, product may have utility, but it may not give you pleasure. Moving to the sixth point, utility differs from satisfaction. Now, utility and satisfaction, they both are different. They both are not same. Because students, satisfaction is the end result. Satisfaction will come after you consume the product. But utility will come before consumption. Utility will come before consumption. A student's a glass of orange juice, I will pick up and I will consume. Why? Because I was finding some utility in it. I was able to see some utility in it, that this glass of orange juice will fulfill my thirst. But after consuming that orange juice, Students, if the taste is sweet, I will say that I am satisfied. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. Very good taste. But if the taste is bad or if the taste is sour, I will be dissatisfied. I won't be happy. So students, when you came to know that you are satisfied or dissatisfied, can I say after consuming that glass of juice? So please remember, utility comes before consumption, satisfaction comes after consumption. So utility differs from satisfaction. Utility differs from satisfaction. Like this marker को टेबल पे रखा था and मैंने ये मार्कर को ले लिया because this marker was giving me utility, because this marker is going to help me to write something on the whiteboard. So moment I picked up, because I was able to see some utility, and moment I started writing, this marker is not working. The ink inside the marker is over. I was dissatisfied. So students, when I was dissatisfied after using this marker, but before I was able to see some utility. I was thinking that this product will give me benefit, this will fulfill my want, this will fulfill my want. But after using it, since the marker was not working, I was dissatisfied after consumption. So utility before consumption, satisfaction comes after consumption. Let's read. Utility is a cause of consumption, satisfaction is the end result. I told you. They are interrelated but still different concepts. For example, a thirsty person drinks a glass of water since water has the capacity to satisfy his thirst. I took the example of orange juice. Utility of water is the cause of consumption and the satisfaction derived is the end result. So utility differs from satisfaction. Seventh point, measurement of utility is hypothetical. Now students, there is one person and name of the person is Alfred Marshall. He is a neoclassical economist. Now Alfred Marshall told that utility can be measured using numbers. And he gave a concept called as cardinal measurement. Which measurement? Cardinal measurement. Cardinal means numerical. Utility can be measured using numbers. Utility can be measured using numbers. Who told? I told? No, Alfred Marshall. We will see who is Alfred Marshall in upcoming answers. We will understand who is that uncle Alfred Marshall. So utility is an abstract concept. I already discussed cardinal or numerical measurement of utility is not possible in reality, students. Any abstract concept like honesty, beauty, intelligence, utility, you cannot measure in numbers. You can always give them a rank, more utility, less utility. For example, a thirsty person after drinking water may derive higher or lower level of utility. Thus, utility can only be experienced and found either positive, zero or negative. Negative utility is called disutility. Negative utility is called disutility. Simple meaning, after consuming anything, if you are dissatisfied, the word we can use is you have got disutility. So dissatisfaction, disutility, both are same. So please remember, measurement is hypothetical. In reality, you cannot measure utility using numbers. You can always give them a rank, higher, lower, least, more utility, less utility. This language you can use. Point number 9, utility depends on intensity of want. So if a person is thirsty from last 8 hours, can I say the first glass of water is going to give him very high utility and happiness? Because the urgency of that want is very high. He needs water on urgent basis. I want water, give me water. I am thirsty from last 8 hours. So first glass of water is going to give him very high utility. So after consuming first glass of water, he was very happy. but his thirst is not over. But can I say his utility has been satisfied a bit? Now he will consume second glass of water. But can I say second glass of water will give him less utility compared to first? Now he will consume third glass of water. Can I say third glass of water will give him less utility compared to second? Because same commodity, if we consume back to back, the first unit gave you very high satisfaction, very high happiness. But later on, same commodity back to back, if you consume, your utility, your happiness starts reducing, because the intensity or the urge reduces. So higher the intensity, higher the utility, lower the intensity, lower the utility. So utility depends on the intensity of the want. More intense the want, greater will be the utility, and when the urgency of want declines, utility diminishes. For example, a hungry person finds more utility in food than a person who is not hungry. So person who has not got food from last 10-12 hours and he is extremely hungry, so quickly he will pick up the packet of food because his intensity is very high, utility will be very high. Coming to the last point, that is, utility is the basis of demand. Now students, demand means to purchase a commodity. When we will buy a product, when we will demand a product, when we will purchase a product, can I say we will demand a product only when that product gives us utility? Now students, I am a vegetarian. Am I going to demand a non-vegetarian food? No, because that is not my taste, that is not my preference. So I will not demand, I will not buy a non-vegetarian food, because that product is not giving me utility, so no demand. Can I buy a veg food? Yes, I am able to see some utility, demand will come. Students, you all are commerce students, you are from commerce background. Are you going to buy books related to physics and chemistry? No, that is not your subject, that is not your area. So you will not demand books based on physics and chemistry, because you are not able to see any utility in those books. No utility, no demand. More utility, more demand. Less utility, less demand. So person is going to buy that commodity only when he finds some utility. So person will demand a commodity only if he gets utility to him. For example, a sick person has utility in medicines, hence the demand, he demands medicine. So students, total 10 points, and this was features of utility. Very, very important question, frequently asked question in board exams. You need to study this properly, need to write the examples, very important. So which all points we discussed? First was relative concept related to place and time. Then we discussed subjective concept, which means differs from person to person. Third was ethically neutral, which means he will neither support a good cause or a bad cause, he is neutral. Then utility differs from usefulness, like product may have utility but it may not be useful, like alcohol. Then we discussed utility differs from pleasure, like commodity may have utility but you may not get pleasure, like injections. Sixth point was utility differs from satisfaction. Utility, satisfaction, they both are not same, because utility comes before consumption, satisfaction comes after consumption. Then we discussed utility, measurement of utility is hypothetical, like since it is an abstract term, you cannot measure utility using numbers. Cardinal measurement is not possible in reality. Next, utility is multi-purpose. This point we need to discuss. Commodity can satisfy the want of more than one person. It can be put to several uses, like a commodity which has many uses, multiple uses, electricity, milk, water. Now these commodities can be put to many uses, multiple uses. For example, electricity can be used for serve many purpose and for many people at some point of time. Then we discussed ninth point, utility depends on intensity of want. Like higher the intensity, higher will be the utility, lower the intensity, lower will be the utility. And last point was utility is the basis of demand. So, if you find some utility in the product, then only you will demand. So, more utility, more demand, less utility, less demand. So, students, these were the features of utility. So, we discussed the meaning, then definition, and we completed features of utility. Let us begin with the next question in utility analysis chapter, and that is types of utility. So, students, we understood what is the meaning of utility, then features of utility we discussed. Now, let us begin with types of utility. So, here the first type of utility is form utility. Now, what is the meaning of form utility? When students, raw material is converted into finished goods. A piece of cloth converted into a shirt, I will say it is form utility. It is creating which utility? Form utility. A clay converted into a pot or a plank of wood converted into a furniture leads to form utility. So, please remember, manufacturing process creates form utility. So, when inputs are converted into outputs or transformation of raw material into finished goods leads to which utility, students? Form utility. Let us read, when utility is created due to change in the shape or structure of existing material. So, converting inputs into outputs, it is called form utility. For example, toy made of clay, furniture from wood, etc. So, you have to remember, manufacturing process leads to form utility. Coming to the second type of utility, that is place utility. We have already discussed transportation creates place utility. So, when goods are transported from the place of production to place of consumption, what happens? Place utility is created. Fish transported from what? Sea, ocean to the fish market, place utility will be created. Woolen clothes in Mumbai, no utility, but same woolen clothes transported to Kashmir or Manali leads to place utility. So, when the utility of commodity increases due to change in its place, it is called place utility. For example, woolen clothes have more utility at cold places than at warm places. I gave you the example. Transport creates place utility, very important line. Transport creates place utility. Moving to the third, that is service utility. Now, students, first of all, services are produced and consumed both at the same time. Right now, I am producing a service, you people are watching my video, you are consuming the service. Or when I take live lectures, classroom lectures, at that time students are consuming the service, teacher is producing the service, both takes place at the same time. So, service of a doctor, lawyer, teacher, chartered accountant leads to, creates which utility? Service utility. So, service utility arises when personal services are rendered by various professionals. For example, service of a doctor, teacher, lawyer. So, this leads to which utility? Service utility. Next is knowledge utility. So, if you get knowledge about a particular product, you will desire to buy that product. Why? Because now you have knowledge how to use that product, what are the benefits of the product. Now, utility will arise, now utility will increase, and then you may buy that product, demand that product. So, when a consumer acquires knowledge about a particular product, it is called knowledge utility. For example, utility of a mobile phone or a computer increases when a person knows about its various functions. So, a new cell phone, a new mobile phone has been launched and you have got the knowledge about various functions, various features, latest features, you are completely aware about the functioning. Now, you would like to buy it because now you have got the knowledge, now you are able to get some utility. So, higher the knowledge, higher the utility, lower the knowledge, lower the utility. Fifth type is possession utility. So, basically transfer of ownership from one person to another. So, possession utility arises when the ownership of goods is transferred from one person to another. So, if goods are transported, or if I say if the ownership has been shifted from manufacturer to retailer, possession utility will arise. So, for example, transfer of goods from seller to buyers. Sixth and the last type of utility, that is time utility. So, storage or a warehouse creates time utility. Storage or a warehouse creates time utility. Like woolen clothes will have more utility in winter season, umbrella will have more utility in rainy season. Your rainy season, winter season represents time. Blood bank. Blood bank is the best example of time utility, because when we donate blood, at the same time blood may be used, there is no guarantee. But what hospital will do, what authorities will do, they will take our blood, they will store that blood in the blood bank, and whenever need arises, blood will be given to a needy person. So, storage or a warehouse creates which utility? Time utility. So, when we talk about a season, winter season, rainy season, so that leads to time utility. Storage, blood bank, time utility. So, when the utility of a commodity arises with a change in its time of utilization, it is called time utility. For example, a student has more utility for textbooks during examinations than in vacation. This is absolutely true. Time utility is also observed when goods are stored and used at the time of scarcity. For example, blood bank. Blood bank is the best example. So, please remember, total 6 types of utility we have discussed. First was form utility, converting inputs into outputs, or when shape is being changed, wood converted into a furniture leads to form utility. So, remember, manufacturing process creates form utility. Then we discussed place utility. Transportation creates place utility. Movement of goods from one place to another. Next was service utility. Professional service like doctor, lawyer, teacher, where services are produced and consumed both at a same time. Then it was knowledge utility. More knowledge you get about a product or a service, more utility you will derive. So, higher the knowledge, higher the utility, lower the knowledge, lower is the utility. Next was possession utility. Possession utility arises when there is transfer of ownership from one person to another. So, when goods are transported, or when goods are given, or when goods are being shifted from wholesaler to retailer, or from manufacturer to retailer, ownership should be transferred, students. And last was time utility. So, storage, warehouse creates time utility. So, you can write simple example, blood bank is the best example, woolen clothes in winter, best example. So, total 6 types of utility we have discussed. So, 2 important questions we have done, features of utility, and second was types of utility. Thank you.